What's up, YouTube? This is part 2 of Satanic themed metal bands that I absolutely love. The first video went on a little longer than I wanted it to, and I don't know how many parts there is going to be to this series, but I'm going to keep making them. And obviously, you probably notice I'm wearing the same shirt. It's because I'm literally cranking these out one after the other today to make up for lost time. And to kick things off here, I'm going to start with Possessed 7 Churches. This is absolutely essential listening for this type of shit. I mean, they're arguably the first death metal band ever in existence. I mean, that continues to be up for debate today, in my opinion. Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, they may be like a little more thrashier than, like, let's say Death Scream Bloody Gore was, but in my personal opinion, these guys were absolutely the first death metal band. I mean, they have a song called Death Metal on here, for fuck's sakes. But yeah, good stuff. Absolutely awesome. And they're still around today, although it's not the original lineup anymore. It's like a revolving door of people under Jeff Becerra, who's the vocalist bassist. And it's cool that he's keeping it going, because you know these guys are fucking great and highly influential. So alright, that's the first one out of the way here. Here's another one that I acquired recently. This one here this is a pretty cool little box set here, or not really box set, but it's like it may as well be one, the way the packaging is. This is Profanatica. This is excellent early US black metal, and it's they're originally right here from my home state, New Jersey. Yeah, here's the inside of it. I remember when I first got this, you know, I thought, oh, what'd they do? Send me a 7-inch? You know, I don't remember ordering this. But no, it's just the packaging. It's just pretty cool fucking packaging. And here's the disc here. It's got, I think, like 17 or 18 songs. I can't remember exactly, but it encompasses a lot of their demos and a lot of their like single releases and stuff like that. It's you know, yeah, here you go. It's all listed on the back here. These guys are fucking great. You know, if you like bands like Masochist, Summon, you know, even like early Incantation. I mean, Paul Ledney, who's basically the mastermind behind Profanatica, he was Incantation's drummer at one point in time in the early years. So if you're into any of that kind of stuff, then yeah, essential listening. Absolutely. Yeah, I even came with this little plastic little sleeve here, which I keep it in just because it's, you know, I don't want it to get damaged. And here we go. Here's another cool band here, Mystifier from Brazil. Another pretty cool early black metal band. I mean, this is one of their more recent albums here. But still pretty good shit. I mean, you know, it's not as good as some of their earlier albums, but it's still pretty awesome. Just, you know, very ferocious, you know, blackened death thrash. It kind of fits all the molds, and you know, highly satanic, which obviously I'm all for. I mean, if it doesn't have Satan or gore in it, then I'm not into it. And here's another cool band. I'm just cranking them out here, folks. I don't want this video to be too long-winded. This is another band called Perdition Temple. I just got into these guys fairly recently. They're a pretty cool 3-piece, blackened, I guess you can consider them blackened death metal. Kind of sounds like if Morbid Angel and Angel Corpse got together and decided to form a band. That's basically what they sound like to me anyway. Like, a lot of the riffing is very similar to both bands. A lot of the drumming and whatnot, very similar. You know, it's good stuff. I mean, you know, I know that I'm saying that about everything on here, but you know, maybe one day I'll put a video up about shit that I hate, but there's plenty of metal YouTubers out there that are already doing that sort of thing, you know. and I'm not going to waste my time and energy talking about something that I hate. You know, I got better things to do. I mean, if I really hate it that much, I just throw it in the fucking garbage and then move on with my life instead of bitching about it. Anyway, here's another one. Provocator. These guys are, you know, pretty much what you see is what you get. Obviously, they're a war metal band. Very lo-fi recording, nothing but blast beats and indistinguishable guitars and buried vocals. You know, in other words, another war metal album. I mean, war metal's one of those subgenres that, you know, you either love it or you hate it. I happen to love it, but I have to be in the mood to listen to it. Like, it's not necessarily my go-to, but when I'm in the mood for it, I am definitely in the mood for it. Here's the whole layout here. Got both the guys here. You know, they're a two-piece. At least at this recording, they were a two-piece. I don't know if they got more band members now or what. Like I said, I kind of just got into these guys not too long ago. I did like kind of a blind buy with it. I just saw the album artwork and I was like, oh, that's got to be war metal. And years of metalhead intuition proved correct. So, yeah, war metal. All right, here we go. This band is absolutely one of my favorite Brazilian death metal bands ever in existence. Krisiun. Just holy fuck, these guys are sick. I mean, the drumming on this is just absolutely insane. I don't know how the hell this dude does it. Like, just nothing but fucking rapid fire blast beats and double bass pedal work. I mean, it's just absolutely awesome. It really is. Like, they're so fucking fast, man. You know, I mean, they do have their moments where, you know, they slow down, but it's literally only for like a few seconds, and then they just speed right back up again. I mean, you know, if you're a fan of, like I said in the previous video about this style of death metal and thrash and black metal, if you're a fan of anything by like Morbid Angel, Deicide, Hate Eternal, you know, Krisiun is basically in that style, but, you know, taken up a notch or two. You know, there are other bands out there that are honorable mentions in this style, or definitely Mental Horror. They're nothing but just straight up blasting the whole time, and they're also from Brazil. Another good one from there is Abhorrence, not to be confused with the Abhorrence from Finland, which they're good too, but Abhorrence from Brazil smokes them in my opinion. And they only put out that one album, I believe, which, you know, hopefully I'll get my hands on at some point, because it's fucking excellent. But yeah, Krisiun, you can't go wrong with these guys. I mean, they're not for everybody. Like, I know some fans of this style of music that I'm friends with that aren't into these guys because they feel they're too repetitive sounding, but not me. I love it. I love how fucking fast they are. I love how brutal they are. Some of their later albums are kind of, I mean, they're okay, but you can't go wrong with this one. This is my favorite one here, Conquerors of Armageddon. And Black Force Domain, the album they did before this, is really good too. But yeah, moving on. This is the final thing I'm going to show in this video, because I'm going to try and break these up a bit so that they're not so fucking long-winded like that first one I did. But here's a twofer. This is a band out of Washington State. They're called In Memorium. And they play, I guess you can consider it black and death metal, I guess. I mean, they're more on the black metal side of things, but there's definitely some death metal elements to them. And, you know, another band that I feel doesn't get talked about enough. You know, they don't really get mentioned that much in the history of US black metal as often as I would like, I guess. You know, like, they're very good musicianship. you know, very, very sick sounding. I love it, you know. I mean, not very much to their booklets though. Very bare bones, but that's okay, you know. Sometimes less is more, I guess. But yeah, these guys are fucking great. I discovered them about, I don't know, maybe a half a year ago or so. They were kind of a blind buy again. I just saw the artwork at this local record store that's nearby me, and I was just like, let me give it a try, you know. I mean, that's one thing that I miss about the old days, is the blind buys, you know. Not that I'm, you know, reminiscing about, oh, remember a time when things used to be better. Like, I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but every now and then I like to be surprised, you know. I'll do blind buys every now and then if it looks cool, you know. Like, and I saw this and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I'll get it before I even listen to it, you know, before I even try finding it on like a streaming service or whatever. And 9 times out of 10, I'm usually either right on, or you know, that 1 time out of 10 I'll find something and it absolutely sucks, but at least it, you know, at least it doesn't cost me too much. I mean, there's worse things I could be spending my money on, right? You know, thankfully today my problem is that I'm powerless over metal and not drugs and hookers. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, love you all. Goodbye.